Over the past few months I've been enjoying playing some solo board games, as you might imagine, and I'm just going to mention, perhaps make a video or two about some of them. This is Hitsy Road. It's intended for 1 to 4 players, and as I play it solo, this stuff is irrelevant. Just use the rest. And we use the rule of 4. I start with 4 survivors and myself. I take 4 bullet tokens, 4 gas tokens, and 4 adrenaline tokens. I shuffle the level 3 cards, get rid of 4 of them. Shuffle these, get rid of 4 of those on top, and level 1 cards rather, get rid of 4 of those, and that's my deck. So I have to get through 8 rounds to get to California and safety from the zombie apocalypse. In our first stage of the journey from Chicago to LA, you take 2 cards at the top, keep them hidden, reveal 1 on the next row, and the bottom 2 are revealed. I shall turn those the right way around. There we go. Now, if I want to choose the top row, I gain some resources, any 2 to be exact, and if I take the middle row, where 1 card is revealed, I don't get any resources, but if I want to take the 2 revealed cards, the bottom route there, I have to pay 2 resources because I'm taking less of a gamble. Now there will be spoilers in this short playthrough, so do bear that in mind. At the bottom here we've got 2 victory points in total, some ammo, some gas and some adrenaline, but he may or may not be trouble, so I think got a lot of weapons there but no victory points. I'm going to take a risk, I think, and take the top route. So I think I'll take 2 bullet tokens for doing that. So these are all gone, we don't have to worry about those. We don't have to worry about these. So the first one is... oh, that's really bad. Okay, we get 2 adrenaline, 2 victory points, but we have to take the token here, which may come back to haunt us. It could do us damage later on, so we'll put that there. But we do get the victory points. We don't have to fight anything either. And on this one, we get 2 gas tokens and nothing else. So, not terrible. And that's round 1. So we lay out the next stage, round 2 of our journey. So that's what we've got to deal with. We have some potential fights here if we go on either of these cards, or we take a risk. We'll lose a resource if we go there. There's no victory points here, there's 1 there. I'm going to take the middle way and demonstrate how fights work. So we take 3 bullets first of all, 3 bullet tokens I should say. Then we have to fight 3 zombies. So those are our zombies that we're fighting. So my 5 survivors are here. I'm going to use 2 bullet tokens to enable me to shoot 4 times. So I take 4 dice, and the only thing that I need to worry about are the targets. I just need to get targets, none of the other symbols matter. So, and that is 3 hits. So I take them out, and we don't go into hand-to-hand combat, which is where things get nasty. So I take that with its 1 victory point. And the second card on this part of the journey is I get 4 bullet tokens, which is great. And 1 victory card, 1 victory point. So that's not bad at all, and I don't have to fight anything. Excellent. Move on to stage 3. These cards are going to start getting harder. Visible, that's interesting. And 2 visible on the bottom. I think I might take a risk on the middle way because I like the look of that 2 victory point. So I think I'll do that. But that does mean I shall have to fight a horde, potentially, if we get within melee range. So I've got 6 zombies to deal with, so I might use a lot of bullets. Now if a fight looks particularly nasty, before you roll your combat dice you can spend 2 gas tokens to run away from the fight and avoid that card. But if you do, you don't get the victory points because you didn't defeat the baddies. Now for these 6 zombies, I don't want to get in melee range because they will use, that little skull there means they will use one of these dice in melee, which could lead to terrible things for my party here. So 2, 4, 6, I think I'll use 6 bullets, 3 tokens. Let's see how we get on with that. Just looking for, oops, targets. It's not a target. Just 3 targets, that's not so good. So we got rid of 3 of them. Now we get into hand-to-hand because we've had our shooting match. We have 3 remaining. And I have 5 combat dice because I've got 5 people, but one of the dice has to be a red one because of that little symbol there. That could mean lots of terrible things happen. So here we are on our first round of combat. Okay, we have, this isn't too bad. I do have 1 wound, but I can spend an adrenaline to prevent that from killing anyone. I have 2 straight up targets, 2 adrenaline, and so we get rid of 1 with that red die, and with this we shoot that guy, but we can spend an adrenaline to get rid of another one, or we can spend one of these adrenaline to get rid of the other one. So we shall get rid of those remaining zombies, and we sort of come out of that not too bad. So 2 victory points from that one. Now the next card at this stage, we get 1 gas token and 5 zombies. I think I'll go out and use 2, 4, maybe 6 bullets, I think, using those 3 tokens. So okay, only worrying about targets at the moment, so that's 4 of the 5 we've gotten rid of. Now we move into hand-to-hand. There's no horde, so we just use the black dice. We've got 5 of them, and we do get a wound, so we've got to spend adrenaline to avoid that, or we'll lose a survivor. But the rest are plenty of targets, so we get rid of him, and we get another victory point. Stage 4. So, the hidden way, the half-hidden way, and the one in full view. So we've got some nasty stuff down the bottom here. Gain some gas, lose 1 survivor though. Gain some adrenaline, roll 1 die for each of your survivors. For each wound you get, lose 1 survivor. I don't like either of those. We don't have that token, so we won't lose someone there, but we will have to fight 5, and we don't get any victory points, so I'm going to go for the top and hope that there will be some victory points, and I get to claim, before I do that, I will claim 1 bullet token and 1 adrenaline, I think. I'm a bit short on adrenaline. So now we reveal the first one. I get some more bullets, spend 1 gas or lose 1 survivor. Okay, I've got to spend 1 of these. No victory points, but then nobody's attacking us either. The next card, gain 1 adrenaline. Okay, that's no victory points, but not too bad. Stage 5, right. We'll be moving into level 3 cards in a minute. Okay, that's interesting. 2 victory points. I like the look of that. I am getting fairly low on some resources. So for each wound you roll on the ranged attack, add 1 zombie. I'll go for the middle way, I think. I like the look of those 2 victory points. So I get 2 gas tokens. And 2, 4, 6. I think I'll use 6 bullets. But for every wound I get, I have to add a zombie to the group there. No wounds, 3 hits. The targets are the only thing I worry about in missile attacks. So we've got 2 left. There's no red dice I have to use. So I just use my 5 ordinary dice to get rid of these 2. Wow, that's terrible. Oh, that's really bad. I've got 3 wounds. So I'm going to have to spend 3 adrenaline, otherwise I'll lose some survivors and I don't want to do that. I hit 1 and there's an adrenaline which I'm desperately short of, but I don't want to prolong this fight, so I'll spend that to get rid of the final one. So we get 2 victory points from that, and we go on to our final card of this stage. Another 2 victory points, that's not bad. We have to do the same thing with the wounds. We'll have to add zombies when we shoot if we bring up any wounds. So we get 1 adrenaline to add to our 1, which we've still got. Not many bullets now. There's 6 zombies. I'm gonna spend 3 tokens, I think, and get 6 dice. So we shoot. We hit 3 ranged attacks. The adrenaline mark doesn't mean anything. So we've got our 5 dice. No red dice. Here we go. Oh, that's terrible. 3 hits, but 2 wounds. So I'm spending the last of my adrenaline to keep my guys alive. But we do get 2 victory points, so that's something. So we're up to round 6, and we're desperately short of resources. Loads of gas. I'm going to have to start running from fights, I think. And 1 bullet token. That's not good at all. So those are our hidden cards. 1 unhidden card. And 2 unhidden cards at the bottom. I am going to go for the top route and get 2 tokens, and I'm going to go for adrenaline, I think. Yeah. So here we go. We get some bullets. You can't spend any adrenaline during this fight. What I'm going to do is spend 2 gas and run from the fight, because there's no need for me to risk anything on that. So that's gone. Okay, get adrenaline. If you have the little guy token, spend 3 bullets and discard the little guy token. I am going to spend 2 more gas and avoid that because there's no victory points, so I can't see the point of doing it. So now my my gas reserve, which I did have a few of, is running down, but that's what it's there for. So round 7. Okay. Wow, that's terrible. All the die, if you don't get a target, you lose a survivor. 2 victory points there. I'm going to go for the top one because I don't like the look of these. I will take 2 bullet tokens for taking the top route, and we'll just see how we get on. Wow, that's terrible. 3 horde dice if it gets to melee. 6 zombies. Wow. 2, 3. I might. I'll use 6 tokens, I think. Oh, 3 tokens, get 6 bullets. So in my first attack in ranged combat, I use 6 ordinary bullets. Okay, that's 3 hits. We get rid of 3 zombies. Unfortunately, this is where it gets nasty, because I've got to use all 3. No, I don't. I'm going to spend 2 more gas tokens because I really don't like the look of this. I should have spent them before and not wasted my ammunition, but yeah, I'm going to spend my gas tokens. Wow, that's even worse. You can't flee from this fight, so I have to fight this lot. That's terrible. So I will use all my remaining bullets, I think, to try and get rid of these. So that's 6 ordinary dice. So only 3 hits. Got to use 2 red dice because there's 2 skulls there. Let's see what we can do. Okay, no wounds. That's all right. 2 straight out hits, and I can spend 1 adrenaline to get rid of the other one. We were quite lucky, but there's no victory points, so on to the final round. The top road. I've got no bullets at all now. Wow. 2 victory points there, and the final 2 cards. Okay, I like the look of that, but yeah, I'm gonna go a mad dash for at least 2 victory points that I can see. I get 1 bullet token and 1 adrenaline token. Oops, and the wrong one. There we go. Okay, only 3 zombies. I'll use my bullets token to try and get rid of some of them. And I do get 1 hit. Now, it's not a horde thing, so I've just got my ordinary 5 dice. Oh gosh, that's terrible. I'm going to give up 2 to get rid of those wounds and spend 1. Now I've got to fight them again anyway, so right, here we go again. Second round. Oops, 1 hit, 2 hits and a wound, so we got rid of them, but we have to spend an adrenaline to avoid losing a survivor. Now this is where it gets nasty on the final card. I can't do any ranged attacks, so however, I do have a final gas token, so I get 1 adrenaline. I'll use these 2 to avoid the fight because there's nothing worth getting in terms of victory points there. Now you receive 1 point for each complete set of 1 survivor, 1 gas, 1 ammo, and 1 adrenaline. But we've got 1 adrenaline and 4 survivors. This didn't come into play, at least I don't think it did, I didn't see it. And so we just add up the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 victory points, which is good, apparently. So that is quite different to the multiplayer game, which involves auctions and stuff, but I'm only concerned with the single player game here. And that is Hitsy Road, and it's been one of the games I've really enjoyed since I got it. I've loved it. So thanks for watching. See you soon.